Hi everyone, it's Ashley. As you can hear, I have an awful cold going on. I think this is day like 2.5. I started having a sore throat the other night, and it's just been progressing from there. This is my 16-week update. It's a few days late. I just have not had the energy to do it, honestly. I really thought that during my second trimester I would kind of get out of napping in the middle of the day, and that's not been the case. It's just been still, like, after lunch, like 2:30, 3 o'clock, I'm so tired. It reminds me of a commercial for like the 5-hour energy or whatever, that like 2:30 feeling they used to have. I don't know if they still have that. Anyway, Lily, come on. Every time, honestly. You're driving me crazy. I don't have much to say this week. I had on Tuesday, my weeks roll over on Tuesdays. So Tuesday, I was 16 weeks and I had an ultrasound. It was called an early anatomy scan. We are not finding out what we're having as of now. And it was funny because the past 2 times I've been to this doctor, before when I had my RE, it was a different office, so obviously the ultrasound tech was different. So past 2 times I've been to my midwife's office, it's been the same technician. The cat is nuts. And he's a really nice guy, older guy, and he asked if we were finding out. He said, do you want to find out what you're having? I said, no, we don't. And he said, oh, that's so good, so uncommon these days. And with my son, we didn't find out. And a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people in my life were kind of like upset. I can remember my sister just saying, oh, how am I going to go shopping if I don't know what it is? Anyway, so I think now they're coming around to it. They kind of like it. What was I going to say? So he measured like the bones. We got a couple pictures. They weren't that great. One was of like the face head on. So you could see like the eyes and the nose. It's not like it was 3D or 4D or anything. But you could, and it looked like an alien. But you could still see that was the face, looking at it this way. We got a profile shot. It was not as good, actually, as the profile shot I got at 13 weeks. I'm sorry. But, beggars can't be choosers, can they? So, measured right on track. Measured weighing in at 6 ounces. Heart rate of 160, in the 160s. I think he said 162. It's always been above 160. I have no idea what it was like with my son. As to any indication of gender that way. I know some people like to say if it's above such and such, it's one or the other. Was he said, whenever you see these white things, that's bone. So he was moving around, and at one point he was measuring like the femur and towards the shoulder area. And at one point, like, he was telling me what these things were. And at one point he was just measuring something and didn't tell me what it was. But I thought to myself, it looks like a brain. Like, just like a walnut, honestly. Like, it honestly almost looked like lungs too. But like, you could see like a circle, and then inside the circle it looked like 2 things like this. And like a bit like lungs, but I was like, it's got to be the brain. surrounded by this thing. And I said, what is that? He says, the brain is checking, like, he told me cerebral something. It started with an F afterwards, because he said CF when he was typing on it. We took my son with us to the ultrasound. He cared for about 2 seconds. He was like, oh yeah, it's moving. Awesome, it's in there. I thought he would be a little more interested, but maybe if we went with him, we did do one of these 3D, 4D ultrasounds. Maybe if we went to one like that when I was a little bit farther along, he'd be more interested. But he's not right now. So, my next ultrasound, the official anatomy scan, is in exactly 4 weeks. I'll be exactly 20 weeks. Because of the way February is, and the way it falls this year, like perfectly in, like, I want to say a square, but obviously not a square. Like, the one was on a Sunday, and then the 28th is going to be a Saturday, that type of thing. We had an ultrasound on the 17th of February, and I'll have an ultrasound on the 17th of March. And I think then we will announce officially on Facebook. All of my family knows. All of my immediate family knows. My husband's an only child, so it's very easy to tell his side of the family. But things like cousins and extended relatives, we're still kind of not telling. And obviously, like, Facebook-y friends, friends you don't see every day, they don't know. But honestly, I could wait. Easter, Mother's Day, I could tell people. I have no desire to really put it out there on my personal Facebook. So, let's see. The gagging has gotten better. Symptoms, I have a cold. Gagging has gotten better. It's gotten less, but this things still make me gag. Hearing somebody throw up on the television, is awful. Ugh. Food, doing the dishes in the drain trap. Yeah, like the trap for the drain. Ugh. No foods really gross me out. It's just like trash and stuff like that. He's watching some YouTube video. Let's see what else. I'm still ridiculously tired. If I don't take a nap, I usually go to bed around 10. And that's like lights off asleep at 10. If I take a nap, I can stay up a little bit later, 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock. I'm at the window and like, bird just flew by. Sorry. Let's see. I've been thinking about our registry. We have so much crap from my son. If it's a boy, we will probably never have to buy it clothes until it's ever. Because of how many clothes my son has. Things like a bassinet we already have. I have bought one thing for the baby, and it is I'm trying to think. It's pack and play with a bassinet on top and a changing table thing, and it was it was $20, and the woman was like, it looks brand new. She said she kept it at her mother's house. It was hardly ever used, but she just needed to get it out of the house, and I was like, okay. It was like 40 minutes away. I traveled 40 minutes to get this, but for $20, it was more than worth it. So that is going to be the baby's crib for this foreseeable future. We're going to put, with my son, we had a mini crib, which is now his bed. It converted into a twin size. So that's what he still technically sleeps on. We had that pushed up against our bed until he was 10 months, and then we moved it into the his bedroom. So he's always been in his crib, but it was right up against my bed to make it easier to breastfeed and whatnot at night. So this will be the same. The bassinet will be pushed up against our bed until we decide when to buy a crib. I've been looking at the IKEA cribs. I really like them. They're not super expensive. They're not super huge. This may be an unpopular opinion, I don't feel like a baby needs a crib that's massive. Like, my son had the mini crib, and that was a perfect size for him. He was two plus years old, still sleeping lengthwise in this mini crib, and he's a tall kid. And that converted into a twin. It's obviously what most children sleep on, I feel like. I had a twin bed until I moved in with my husband. I don't see why you would want a crib that converts into a full-size bed for such a little child. It just makes no sense to me. So instead of buying another mini crib like we had for him, because even those are quite pricey, I've been looking into the IKEA, just very basic, standard, cute cribs. The ones I like have this storage underneath. When we move this child into its own room, it will be my husband's. Right now, it's my husband's office. My husband would like to keep it his office for as long as possible. Like I said, our son was in our room until 10 months. So, and I don't see us moving this child into any other earlier, unless the baby's a horrible sleeper because he or she is with us type of thing. So that room doesn't have a closet. So we need to buy a dresser or have it share a closet with my son or just have as much storage. So this IKEA crib with the drawers underneath would be ideal for extra storage. Other than that, I have not bought anything. I've made a registry. I have one thing on it. It is a monitor that hooks onto the baby's diaper. It's a bit, it's like to make sure it's still breathing, to prevent SIDS and that type of thing. They had another thing when my son was born. They had a thing that was like it went under the baby, and it would go off if it stopped breathing. This one attaches to the baby. It's always on it. To the diaper. I've heard good reviews from it. It's like $100, but I only really started the registry to get the completion coupon at the end. I don't expect any of my family to buy anything. Yes, honey, you can. To buy anything on it. That's why there's so little on it. We don't really need much. I don't expect my family to buy things. If they want to contribute or help or buy something, I will put a few more things on there, but I expect us to buy this monitor and a baby monitor and that type of thing. I just wanted to start the registry because Babies R Us gives you a 20% off coupon towards the end of your pregnancy. So it doesn't matter really what's on there, it's just for us. So that's all I've bought in. Those are my symptoms. Maternity clothes wise, I've gone to Savers, that's a thrift store. Every once in a while, there's one very, very close to my son's school, and it's sometimes too alluring to just go and check to see what they have that day. Anyway, I found a bunch of capris, which will be great in the summer, but I have yet to find a pair of maternity jeans. And I had one pair with my son, and maybe, I think it was sometime in the summer, I donated all of my maternity clothes. I thought, this will get me pregnant. Donate your maternity clothes. Or, you know, people say they threw out all their baby stuff or gave it all away and then they got pregnant. So that was my thinking. So I needed a pair of jeans desperately. I had, you know, a few pairs of leggings, a few pairs of yoga pants. I just needed jeans. It was driving me nuts. So yesterday I went to the maternity store. I have looked a couple places. Like, I've looked at Savers, I've looked at Old Navy. Old Navy doesn't seem to have petites, like, when I go to the store. I know there's probably more online than there is in the store, because our sections are quite small. But I couldn't find any petites. So I went and bit the bullet and spent $30 some odd on a pair of jeans. And I'm so excited by them. I'm wearing them today. I'm so excited to wear them. They're still a little too big. So I'm having to pull them up. But what are you going to do? They were having like a buy two, get one free sale. So these jeans were part of it. I didn't know that. I thought they were part of something else. Like they were having a buy one, get one half off. I thought that's what these were part of. And I was like, I'm not going to buy two pairs of jeans. I don't really need two pairs. I just want one. And then they ended up being part of this other sale. So I got these jeans. They're not anything special. You can't even see them. Let's see. Full-on jeans. That's super nice, isn't it? Then I got this shirt, and then these jeans were like the things I paid for. I love this thing. It's so cute. It's got like a ruffly top. You can see that. Ruffly, and then a flowy bottom. It's got a tie in the back. It looks blue, but it's actually black little flowers. See if you'll focus on that. And I'm so excited for some leggings to wear this in the spring. And then this was the free thing I got. It's a dress. It's like knee length or whatever, but it'll be great for church. And that was the cheapest thing, because it had been marked down a couple times. So I got those two. I've gotten like I got a big bag of maternity clothes off of Facebook, mostly tank tops, a dress, what else? A couple other tops, and she had some jeans or capris, like not capris type thing, like not long pants, but I'm not sure that they fit. So that's about it. As for weight gain, I've gained about 3 pounds since November. So I find that pretty good, actually, because we've gone through 2 holidays. We've gone through Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, all of those without gaining too much weight. So that's it. I will see you at 18 weeks. Have a good day.